Taken by Trenorden. Very impressed with this player. Started the season off in fine form. Coming back from injury. Puts it up. Big leap there, and Johnston, strong mark. Goes across ground. There's a host of Magpies there, and he's picked out Stephen Williams. Now, that could be 15 metres, and it is. Stephen Barrett knocking the ball out of the hands of Stephen Williams, the Port Adelaide centreman. The fast lead is provided, ignored. The ball is back, looking for Hodges. He's got the sit there. Oh, one-hander couldn't take it. Rowan Smith there. But the mark has been paid. Well, Arnold's not happy, and from where I saw it, has reason to feel that way.
Tell you what, though, Kim, the umpire was close enough to really make a decision. He felt that Scott Hodges had enough claim on the ball to say it was a mark. So that's how he saw it, and he was in a better spot than we were.
Well, let's see if Hodges can post the first goal of the game. He won't miss from there, and he hasn't. Port Adelaide 1-1, North Adelaide 1 point. We've had 5 minutes.
Yes, and immediately the Scott Hodges' influence on the game is starting to show. He almost, as I said a moment ago, captured a great mark round about centre-half forward. He had just got out of his reach, but a moment later he's made up for it and taken a somewhat dubious mark, I imagine, but nonetheless the umpire was close enough to give an adjudication on that. He paid the mark, and Scott Hodges finished it off with a tidy goal. Port 1-1, lead North 1 point.
I think if he put on the Shepherd there, Graham, it would have been a goal in any case. A brilliant kick from Stephen Williams. At the bounce, Johnson against Natoli. Infringement in the big square, going Port Adelaide's way. Free kick will go to Russell Johnson. Johnson from centre field, screws one in towards the half-forward line. Back in defence, almost a mark. No, the mark is being paid to North Adelaide's Blair. Blair's at centre half-back, who edges the Northerners out of defence. High towards centre wing. Out there is Smart. Lost in the... Oh, out comes Klomp. Klomp lost the footy, holding the ball. Stephen Williams in brilliant form. Plays on. Drives in long. Hodges comes out. Can't quite get there. Arnold under pressure. Slips out a handball on the outer side. Yeah, Natoli can't pick it up. Brown can. Unloads it. In there was Tiller. Obs through. He can't get it. Natoli down after the football. Gee, it's slippery at the moment. Sanders could have been holding the ball. Ginniver goes in. Brown likewise. Gee, they're going down like 9 pins, and the umpire will come in and ball it up on the half-forward flank for the Magpie.
And David Sanders has the responsibility of playing centre this evening. And he's opposed to Stephen Williams. Stephen Sims been given the job of being first rover. So his immediate opponent will be Ginniver, Timmy Ginniver. And there's Sims, flanked by Neil Craig, former Sturt Norwood, now North Adelaide veteran. The ball is punched out towards Arnold. He's pressured well by Rowan Smith. Setri over the top. In there is Blair. So too Stephen Sims, a dead heat situation, and we'll have a bounce about 35 metres out from the Port Adelaide goal. Now the breeze is blowing to the southern end. It's starting to get a little stronger here at Football Park as Ginniver goes forward. Hodges back there. The ball punched forward by Arnold and eventually over the line for a point. And Graham, what would you say? Maybe 2 to 3 goals. It is going across the ground a little bit, but favouring that southern end. Yeah,
the golf course end, as I call it, Kim. No question, 3 to 4 goals advantage, and North need to score quickly.
On the edge of the square, Tiller through. Ginniver well done, couldn't get an effective kick. Around the corner, who's that? Hobbs, brilliantly done, what a goal. Port Adelaide 2-1 to a point on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Well, the ominous signs are there for North. Port are doing it pretty easy at the moment. 2 goals, 1 into a stiff breeze. Andrew Hobbs chipped in then and kicked the top goal. And now North have to answer the challenge.
8.5 minutes into this first term. Andrew Hobbs back from injury last week, and he'll be looking for a bit of form. He's been a great player in recent seasons. Johnston did that magnificently out to Ginniver. He tried in turn to get it to Marnie, who tried to do likewise to Hutton. Now the ball goes out in the direction of Stephen Williams. And Tregenza, in fact, northeast, gets an awkward kick away. Johnston couldn't control it. Klomp. Oh, he tried to go back through the pack. And lucky to get a free kick as he feeds off to Sanders. He puts the ball in long. Bennett sets himself, couldn't take the mark. Fiacci nearly took it low to the ground. In there is Doug Smart looking for a free kick. Umpire Rick Kinnear won't buy into that. And umpire Rick Kinnear is officiating this evening with David Elliott. And he'll bounce about 60 metres away from the North Adelaide goal, scoreboard side. Phelps won the tap, came down towards Fiacci. He gets a kick away. The crumbs are picked up there by Sanders. That ball is put up very high, floating around in this swirly breeze. Punched away from Tasker. Taken well there by Marnie. Doug Smart, and now he threw it out. And that's been seen by the umpire. It had to be.
Well picked up, Kim. Umpire Kinnear was 200 metres closer. Harrison runs it out to Greg Boyd. Boyd off the half-back line for the Magpies. Kicks long towards the half-forward line. Carlaw in. Missed what he should have taken. Hines around the corner. Carlaw back again. Still can't find it. Hines in towards the centre wing they go. Tregenza can't. Getting back on it. Clisby. Carlaw again. It's hard work out there, I can tell you. The handball is blocked. Rowan Smith gets it out. Brown. The runner out wide. Ginnivan. Port Adelaide into attack. Out comes Hodges. Oh, he dropped it. Dropped the sitter. In goes Arnold. Lost the footy. Setri can't find it. Stephen Williams can. Comes out with a footy. Fades well. Hooks around the corner. Goes in long. Clisby. 1-2 grabs. Does it well right on the edge of the square.
Hodges getting upset with that delivery of the ball in. I thought he did a marvellous job to get back and gives Clisby some sort of opposition.
Yeah, Clisby stood his ground well. The handball from Trenord now to the running player in Sanders. So both centremen coming into the game strongly at this stage. Third kick for Sanders. Phelps in there over the top. Has the responsibility of centre half back with Phillips being in Victoria this afternoon. He probably wished he wasn't as the ball's punched away. It goes back out there towards Carlaw. Been a good player since coming back from that injury. And Phelps takes a diving mark. So he's on top of Douglas Smart at this stage. And we all know how Smart has improved as a player, and there's 15 metres.
He gave him a tunnel ball on the ground. Kim, you simply can't do that. That's just a lack of application by Doug Smart. I know he was peeved at having the free kick paid against him. Nonetheless, you've got to accept it and throw it back on the full, obviously.
We'll see if he pays for it at the 11-minute mark. Phelps puts the ball out, but it's not well dispatched, and the mark's taken by Carlaw.
Carlaw settling nicely back into league football after his long absence through injury. Up towards Smart. Well done, Russell Johnson. Grabbing him well. Fiachi upfield. Caught on the left leg. Goes in towards Setri. Oh, great mark there. Is it going to be paid to Blair? And the umpire says yes, it is. I think he intended to spoil and wound up with a football. Blair off the half-back line. Goes in towards the half-forward line. Bennett, well played. Will get the free kick at centre wing. And that will send North Adelaide into attack. Crowd probably still building 10 or 11,000. The rest of supporters are probably still hanging from trees around Adelaide. 15 metres. Bennett whips it out long. Here's a chance now into attack by Simon Trenord and up towards full forward. Thump clear, Smart. Oh, he only taps it down to Boyd. Boyd has time to have a look. Slips out the long handball. Tregenza with the pace, does it well. Kicks long, Setri over the top of the pack. 1-2 grabs! Oh, what a mark for the little fella. Incidentally, you see the black armbands on the Port Adelaide arms. That's for Russell Evert's mother, unfortunately. Rowan Smith.
Rowan Smith skirts around onto that left boot. That accurate left boot as he puts it up looking for Hodges front position. 2 grabs, couldn't take it. It comes down towards Craig. Setri over the top. Lost his footing. Gets the handball out now though towards Obbs. Rowan Smith on the right boot. Lines them up. Oh, he's a freak, Rowan Smith. Straight through the middle. He's doing that, little Georgie. Loves to run and he's found Hodges. Kick number 10 from Georgie Porgy. And Hodges has taken 7 marks. He's only kicked 2 goals, but what a headache up forward for the Roosters. This would take his best kick. He is assisted by the breeze. Not a bad looking kick off the boot. That's dragged that one, assisted by the breeze. Port Adelaide 8-8. North Adelaide yet to kick a goal.
Well, going down for 2 goals, 3, Scott Hodges, but by gee, he's a powerhouse, isn't he?
Well, the good news is the rain has stopped. You're not a Port Adelaide supporter. There's little other good news to report. The ball has to come back. Burton kicking in. North making changes. I'm not sure where Burton's playing to be kicking in. Goes to the lead of Arnold. It's well put, but he can't bring the footy down. He was tunnelled, according to the umpire, or held on to. Both. Whips it out wide. Oh, that's not well put. Sanders works hard for it, does it well. Kicks long. Kick number 8 to the half-forward line. They can't find a winner in attack, though, North Adelaide. Taken by Greg Boyd. Half-back flank in towards centre field. Klomp's going to be the leaper. the umpires paid the mark. At centre wing to put North Adelaide into attack. See, they swap players around there, but they can't really get anyone to find any method. Going in short to Sims. They're going to try to carry this one in. Off went Burton, but Sims didn't want him. The kick long, in looking for the leap of Smart. Natoli! Oh, good mark at the second grab. I think he's taller than he looks. He plays fairly low to the ground. Not a lot of him. Built like a Biafran donkey almost. About 45 out. Awkward looking kick. Have they got their first goal? It's going to be short. Through it, bounces close. Touched right on the line. And North Adelaide nearly got their first major.
I think it's significant that Port are desperate to keep North out for scoring that first goal that they so desperately need at the moment. That was an absolute desperation effort again, just to make sure that the minor score occurred rather than the six-pointer.
Mead kicked it out. He got it to Harrison, who in turn gave it to Boyd. He's the man disposing of the football now. From behind, there was a push in the back, and the umpire was in good position there. Umpire David Elliott, and the free kick will go back to Trevor Clisby. Worked hard for his side. It's a short pass. He finds Craig Burton. 5 kicks for Clisby. Burton's 10th kick. Puts it up high. Tasker from behind. A handball from Cooch. In fact, Cooch has the football now. And it's a short pass. Natalie couldn't take it. Natoli, I should say. Harrison around his body. Now Tasker. Plump with the football. It's a wobbly kick. Smart back there. Oh, tried to... and he's been penalised for pushing. And the Douglas Smart not having a big night, and he's not a happy boy.
Hasn't yet had a possession. Kick is going short to Harrison. Mead plays on, running on, looking for the double play, but Harrison kicks long. Bennett should take this one. Made it look awkward. Might have been awkward. Out now to Sims. Sims in now. Here's a chance. Smart. He's got it. Well, he's going to have his first possession. 30 metres out. North yet to kick a goal, and they've played all but 3 minutes of 2 quarters. 27 minutes gone in this second quarter, and North with 0.7 points. Zilch, it's better known. The angle is evident. Kick underway, and North have done it. Well, 27 minutes to get their first goal. 1-7 North Adelaide. Trails Port Adelaide 8-8 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
And to suggest that North needed that goal will be the understatement of the year. I mean, sure, they don't need this game, but they're a side with pride. They're a side that really want to prove a point. Every week they play. And all of a sudden they've been put under a lot of pressure by Port, pressure they haven't known for most of this year, and they haven't responded too well. But that goal will certainly be a lift for them.
Well, Channel 9 panellist Ashley Porter, his world would be collapsing at the moment because he was given 50-1 and he took the odds that North would remain undefeated throughout the season. As the ball is attempted to be extracted from the centre square, Craig tried to get it forward with his second kick. Wasn't all that effective. It's taken by Hutton, who in turn gave it to Brown. Port Adelaide running once more. Hodges is the target. Arnold did well. Here's Rowan Smith. He's kicked 2. Make that 3.
Oh, really? Rowan Smith did that oh so easily. Just picked it up. He had plenty of time to get the falling ball and have a quick look, as he always does, and unerringly speared his 3rd goal through. What a player. I guess if you were standing Rowan Smith, you wouldn't know which way to go, but the obvious thing is stay with him. Don't give him one moment's peace. And young Blair's having a football lesson tonight.
Rowan Smith, an expert at doing what he just did.
Rectify that, Ian. I meant Carlo.
49 points the difference at the bounce. Bennett in ruck. Johnson still gets the tap away. Craig long to the half-forward line. Off the fingers, Cups in there, can't get it. Phelps still trying to get it out. Phelps gets it out longer this time, does it well to Stephen Williams. 11th kick to Williams will find Tregenza, beautifully put. Tregenza thought about Rowan Smith. As Johnson, the handball too far. Johnson gives it back now to Tregenza. Tregenza out, Rowan Smith again! Oh, he must have leprosy, they don't want to know about him. He just stands there with his mouth open and catches the ball at will. Rowan Smith, 30 metres out, straight in front, and the North Adelaide defence going kick chasing.
I wonder, Ian, if the runner will come out and say, look, forget making the play, you're starting Rowan Smith.
Siren sounds, kick stands, sixth kick, 30 metres out, pops it through, goal number 4, and at half-time at Footy Park, Port have got the game scuppered.
Simon Norden, it would appear Michael Noonan has decided he's the man to latch on to Rowan Smith, the ever dangerous forward. Has the ball, it's a goal!
Number 5. I think that's what Graham Campbell said. Rowan Smith, once again, right on the edge of the goal, picked up for number 5 from 7 kicks. How's that for value for money? 11-8 to 1-7.
Yeah, so I was just going through the exercise of letting the people know that Simon Norden has been given the onerous task of covering Rowan Smith, who's been on fire tonight. Roger Carlo was his marksman earlier in the evening, but now Simon Norden has been given that role, and straight away Rowan Smith answers that with a goal.
A dangerous half forward. Umpire Rick Kinnear about to bounce the ball. He's officiating with David Elliott. The Roosters have to lift. They have to do it now if there to be any chance whatsoever. Neil Craig in there, gets it out towards Burton. He can't control it. Ginniver in there, so too Bennett. Puts the ball up in the air, but only to Johnston. Intercepting was Barrett. Craig gets it back to Klomp. Klomp's been quiet tonight, but he's no Lone Ranger in that respect, as Sims can't take possession. Northeast in there. The handball out towards Tregenza. Nothing going right for the Roosters. The ball is put out there towards Rowan Smith, the man of the moment. He's kicked 5 goals already, but we'll have a throw in on the outer side. Crowd of about 12, 13,000 people, perhaps even 14 here to witness this game. North Adelaide undefeated. Port Adelaide have only lost 2. Both sides have lost 4 players apiece due to state commitments, and North Adelaide in big trouble as Bennett takes the ball.
You're not wrong, Kim. Massive trouble. Can't see North getting out of this in a fit. Port simply too strong. Bennett goes in short. Carlaw at centre wing to put North Adelaide into attack. Kick number 5 goes long. A raking kick up towards Smart, who can't hold it. Taken away by Phelps. The long handball swings out. Chance for Mead to clear. He goes long, looking for Setri. With him is Blair. He can't get it out effectively. Fiachi can. Beautiful handball. Hodges goes off. Williams puts it to him. Lace out. Half forward, right flank. Needs help from there. Hooks back. Won't bring it back far enough. Getting underneath it's Bennett, and he takes a fine defensive mark.
And gets a little knee up the backside from David Hines. That won't bother Peter Bennett. It was a very good mark. Kick number 8 coming up. One of the more experienced players for the Roosters. Taking plenty of time. They have the breeze, North Adelaide. They really should get the ball on quickly out towards Smart. He's still yet to have a possession, I think, in this game. It could be coming now. Well, apart from, he kicked a goal. That was his only possession. He's had a handball as well now as Craig got it out towards Barrett. Barrett spears out a pass. The ball, Fiachi's been a star this evening. What a great little back pocket player he is. Out towards Jason Rowe. He ran into Todd Stone, and that's holding the ball while they're tackling each other now.
Gee, it's not a big night for North Adelaide. Obbs gave it away to Greg Boyd. The kick's offline. Burton lent it behind. No, Sanders it was. Tregenza comes out with a football. Blistering pace. Fiachi's going to get run down. Got the kick away. Went straight to Bennett. He gives it to Craig. Craig kicks long, and here's a chance for Rowe. No, Stone it is. 35 out. Puts it on its way, but it's going to fade away, and only a point to North Adelaide. 7th kick to Stone. And North, respectfully, don't need points at the moment. 1-8 they are. Port are 11-8.
Absolute machines tonight, Port Adelaide, looking $1 million.
Darren Mead filling in for Roger Delaney, puts it to the outer side. Bennett couldn't take it. It's taken off hands by Sanders, that appeared to be. And he's kicked the goal, and that could lift the Roosters. They've kicked their second with Sanders' 9th kick.
Yes, David Sanders hasn't had a big night in the middle of the field, but as Kim Dillon would suggest, he's got plenty of mates out there. In fact, David Sanders now playing on the wing. It would appear that Michael Noonan has made a few changes, and it could well be that Kim Klomp's in the middle and David Sanders playing on his natural position, the wing. And straight away, he has a result of a top goal coming down the field. And Port now are 9 straight goals behind North. 9 straight goals behind Port.
At the bounce, Russell Johnson against Bennett. he seemed to have opted for Bennett for the rest of the game rather than give Natoli a run. Johnson can't get rid of the footy. The umpire will come and ball it up. At the bottom of the pack there was Craig, who's on the ball. Possibly playing centre, as Graham told you, and Sanders gone out to a wing. Bennett in front. Can't get it out clearly. Barrett handballs out. Chance now for Tiller. The Flyers got it. Lost it. Still can't find it. Brilliantly taken away by Obbs. He'll feed it out wide to Stephen Williams. This could be a goal. No, he'll slip it up to Rowan Smith. Rowan Smith into the open goal. Number 6 on the way. And that could be the end of the penny section forever and a day. 12-8 to 2-8. Port Adelaide on fire. Setri on the left leg, hooks back, ball coming back, coming around, and it is home. Oh, what a magnificent goal. Kick 7, goal 2. Port Adelaide going from strength to strength. 39 plays 310 on Nine's wide world of sports.
And you won't see a better goal than that tonight. That was an educated kick for the big sticks by Adrian Setri. Caught on his wrong foot. No worries for the little man. He lined them up, made a curl with the breeze, and a great goal indicating the... I guess the fortunes of Port Adelaide tonight. If North had a shot from the same position, I dare say would have swung the other way.
Approaching the 20-minute mark. Johnston opposed to Bennett. Johnston won the tap. Socket off the ground by Sims. It goes out in the direction. Well, first player there will be Phelps, I should say. Imagine anyway. Tried to kick that off the ground. In there is Burton. He did that well. Slick handle out to Douglas Smart. Over towards Coops. Now the lead is provided by Tasker. The ball is well placed. Oh, Tasker pushed in the back. No free kick. Stone has the football. There's no justice in football. Well, there hasn't been any yet. As Sanders lines up the goals, and there is justice in football. Sanders kicks his second.
And might I say his second for the quarter. 2 great goals by David Sanders, roaming far and wide from his wing in this particular term. And what Kim said was quite right. Sean Tasker was given a pretty hefty push in the back by his custodian, Darren Mead, and to all and sundry, the free kick was there except to the umpire. Nonetheless, David Sanders mopped up beautifully, kicked the goal, and North get back into the, well, not a position of power, but at least they got 4 goals on the board.
Well, they got as far as 61 points behind. They're only 53 now, so you can say they're making a charge. Johnson gets first touch again, but only as far as Stephen Williams. Comes out to Brown. Williams 17 kicks, puts it up. Setri with a chance. They're getting back on him. Setri could use Brown, doesn't want him. Gives a chance in now towards the half-forward line. Hutton, umpire's paid it. He had Hines behind him. Hutton did well. The herd was coming down. Had to keep his eyes on the ball. And the Port wingman, David Hutton, has a chance from 35 metres out. Burton cannot believe it. The angle is evident. 8th kick to Hutton, and he kicked it like a wingman. He ran in one direction and kicked it in another.
Well, Ian and Graham, there was a great example of inexperience out there, and hopefully Jason Blair will learn from it. The ball was put out towards David Brown. Carlo went to Brown. Blair left his opponent in Setri and ran towards Brown as well. So that immediately left Setri to get all by himself, and you should never have been drawn to the player like that. You've got to stay with your man. Nevertheless, the ball out there, Tiller goes in solidly, and we'll have a bounce once more.
By the same token, Kim, it's one of Mike Noonan's philosophies, have numbers where the ball lands, and I guess he was just playing to what instructions he has received from his coach.
Yeah, well, David Brown had possession, so to me there wasn't a lot of sense in both running to the same player. Nevertheless, there's the man I was talking about, Setri, that made the space, and he had space once more. But the ball will have to go back to Peter Bennett. Bennett goes across ground, out towards Clisby. Hines nowhere to be seen. Playing quite well, Trevor Clisby. Puts it out to long kick number 7, but it wasn't well directed, and a good mark taken by Greg Boyd. He's been a part of that very solid defence tonight for the Magpies. Kick number 14 goes into number 13, which is Rowan Smith. Now, Rowan Smith has kicked 6 goals tonight. 9 kicks. Pretty useful strike rate. Brilliant, in fact. Oh, Clisby pushed in the back, and the free kick has been picked out. Oh, David Hines. Oh, he's getting very frustrated, Hines. Pushes Marnie out of the way. Yeah, I can't see the umpire changing his mind. As we mentioned earlier, Port Adelaide wearing black armbands tonight, and lack of discipline by Hines is 15 metres again.
The unfortunate side issue to this, David Hines doesn't decide when the player is off. Only the umpire does. He's gone over the mark thinking he's in the right to do so, but he's not. Until the umpire says play on, he's got to stand where he's put.
Well, it's the golden rule, Graham. Play to the whistle as Clisby puts the ball in high. He'll be hoping from a big grab from Smart or Tasker. Tasker got hands to the football, but it's taken by Jennifer. He puts it out wide. Setri is making a habit of finding these spaces. He'll be first there. He's on the left boot. Let's see what he can do with it. He hooks it back. Kick number 9. And that ball runs out of play. And as I was about to mention before, Port Adelaide players wearing black armbands, and that's in respect to Russell Ebert's mother, Doreen Ebert, who sadly passed away last week.
At centre wing, Bennett on the ball with David Hines. Oop, back goes the elbow. David just getting a little frustrating. I think he wanted to play well. Cops gets it out. Burton had his big chance at centre half forward and hasn't gone all that well. Loose ball. Fiacci went for the safety of the line, and throw in will take place inside the half forward line. Throw in. North in attack, desperately needing goals. About 9 of them. That's what they're behind. Smart in there. Sims comes out with a foot. He's on the left leg. Tasker on. He's going to try to bounce one through, and he does. Brilliantly done. 16 kick.
At Football Park, 88 points to Magpies, North Adelaide 41, so it's a 47-point advantage to the Pies. And it would take a miracle for the Roosters, especially when Marnie takes marks like that. He feeds it out to Obbs, who gives it to Tregenza. They're into attack once more, the Magpies, but they're offline. So the Magpies now lead by 48 points.
Port Adelaide has used the ball exceptionally well. In fact, in recent weeks, they've proved they can use the ball as well as anyone. Great running players. Bennett's the big leaper, can't bring it down. Tregenza through. Ginniver at the bottom of the pack. Tiller in there well searching for it. So too is Blair of North Adelaide, but it's a stack-up ball, and the umpire will ball it up on the half-forward line. 8 goals, Port Adelaide lead. They lost a bit of their lead there, 55 at half-time. They actually went to 61. It's down now to 47 as Sims gets his 22nd kick. Up towards centre wing, northeast cleverly. Gives a chance now to Tregenza, and he farms it off to David Brown. Brown on the half-forward line. Looks for the lead of Hodges. Loose ball. Hines tries to crash his way through. Gets it in towards the pocket. Hodges has to get rid of that in a hurry. Clisby comes out. Tregenza. Tiller. Gee, it's sloppy footy at the moment. Arnold. He threw that out of play. And the umpire said it was a throw. And the free kick will go to Tregenza. Simon Tregenza. Another first-rate game from centre wing. Kick number 18. And 10 handballs going in towards goal. Screws it in nicely. Oh, marked right on the last line of defence by Peter Bennett.
Oh, gee, that was a magnificent shot for goal by Simon Tregenza. I imagine he was shooting for goal, not getting it in general direction. Marked right on the line by Peter Bennett.
And Peter Bennett, about the Roosters' best player at this stage, as Hutton takes a mark on the outer side. Plays on quickly, gets back onto that left boot, but decides to use his right one anyway. Drives it in long. Big leap from Hodges. In fact, it's Hines, and the mark's been paid. Second grab. So the umpire will have to swing him around a little bit. He's cribbed a few inches, or centimetres, I should say. David Hines. Been beaten tonight by Clisby. Coming up for kick number 5. 2 minutes into this final term. Opens up the face of goal. And misses it. So Port Adelaide move on to 13 goals 12, leading North 5 goals 11.
Yes, David Hines has the innocuous score of 0-2 for the night from centre half forward, and as you say, he's had a stirring battle and has come off second best with Trevor Clisby. Nonetheless, he's a big player that can have some effect on Port's play.
Arnold to Sanders. 12th kick to David Sanders, who's started at centre, as we told you, then went to wing. Clisby's played pretty well. Shrugs off that tackle from Hodges, does it well. Carlaw is clear on the half-back line. Arnold butters up again, have to get rid of that in a hurry. Oh, gives it back to Carlaw. Missed the body. Ginniver. Oh, on his lonesome is Hines. Hodges is over in the pocket. There's 2 of them. They can raffle it, take it home. He almost backed it up. Goal! Oh, gee! That was awful close. How could you possibly stuff it up from there, and they down there did it?
Yes, I like your terminology, Ian. But I also like what Scott Hodges did. He could have kicked that goal, no question, but he gave it away to a man in a slightly better position. One of the great theories of football. That's what creates team comradeship, really, that sort of stuff. Scott Hodges would love to get another goal on the board, but he gave it to a man slightly bit off than he was. He put it through for him. Top work by Port Adelaide, and just shows what teamwork's all about.
Well, it might have been top work by Port Adelaide, but it was absolutely awful by Paul Arnold. He was so slow to get rid of that football, and that's costly. Craig in there. Stephen Williams, the man that kicked the last goal at the bottom of the pack, but it's David Elliott to bounce. Yeah, they looked like they'd worked that ball out pretty well, North Adelaide, and gee, a terrible mistake across the half-forward line. Well, a half-back line for North Adelaide. Coops in there, held onto the football, trying to feed it out. Back over the top of it, and once more we'll have a bounce. 4-minute mark of this final term. Port Adelaide 14-12, North Adelaide 5-11, 41 plays 96. Ball out towards David Brown, feeds it off to Tregenza, one of Port Adelaide's best. Over the top to Ginniver, in turn to Marnie. Let's see what he can do. Bullet-like hand pass out towards Odds. He lines up the goal. He split the centre.
Another classic example of Port Adelaide's teamwork. Wayne Marnie gave a magnificent left-hand hand pass, and that isn't easy. I mean, when you're a natural right foot or right-handed, to go the other way with the non-preferred hand is not all that comfortable for most players. But Wayne Marnie just speared it out, gave it to Andrew Ops. He popped it through. Great teamwork by Port. They are really a side, this model.
Yes, Graham, I couldn't disagree there. Second on the premiership table. Naturally, they want top position. And if they were going to have any chance of getting that top position, they had to win this evening. North, up until now, undefeated, of course. Bennett. Johnson got the tap away. The umpire will come and ball it up once more. 15-12 plays 5-11. And North Adelaide simply haven't got anyone to knit them together. They've lost the square without Redden. And, of course, you take the two Jarmans and Hart out of any team, you virtually take the heart out of a team, if you'll excuse the pun. The bounce favours Port Adelaide. Cutts getting back in defence. Lost the footy. Blair through. With him is Setri. And once more the umpire's got to ball it up.
Umpire Rick Kinnear, one of South Australia's most senior umpires. The ball is punched forward by Obbs out towards Clisby. He'll need support. Oh, he goes it alone. He did it well too. Trevor Clisby, the handball goes back from Trenorden to the running player in Coops. He gets good distance with that. From behind there was Rowe. He couldn't take it. Fiachi in there. Socket off the ground by Harrison. That's clever work, and it goes straight to Rowan Smith. He's been everywhere. In fact, he's nearly been the difference. He's kicked 6 goals. In fact, the difference is 10 goals won now, so 61 points is the margin, and that's kick number 10 for Owen Smith. It goes out to David Brown, in turn to Tregenza. That's about his 20 or 21st kick. In fact, he decides to handball, so I retract that. Over towards Obbs, to David Hines. He goes back onto his left boot, but he handballs it out towards Ginniver. Ginniver just drops out a short pass, and he's looking for Stephen Williams. The ball rolls off his head. Now out towards Rowan Smith. Don't tell me he'll kick another one. He kicks them from everywhere. Around his body he goes. And he's kicked his 7th. What a genius.
Yes, Rowan Smith is an absolute freak. There's no two ways about that. And the final scoreline there, look at that. Port Adelaide, 21 goals, 18, 144. Absolutely blitzed North Adelaide. 8 goals, 12, 60. A margin, what, of 84 points, Rob?
Yeah, it's a big day, and KG calls him a genius, and well, Kim does, and KG calls.
Been gone 30 seconds. Players getting willing. Umpire David Elliott right in there. In comes Rick Kinnear on the edge of the square. Tiller through. Ginniver well done. Couldn't get an effective kick around the corner. Who's that? Hobbs, brilliantly done. What a goal. Port Adelaide 2-1 to a point on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Tregenza with the pace, does it well. Kicks long, Setri over the top of the pack. 1-2 grabs! Oh, what a mark for the little fella. Hines is there, Johnson was the flyer. Rowan Smith beautifully through, gave it away to Brown. He in turn, Stephen Williams, goes for a long shot at goal, and he's bottled it! Brilliantly done, Port Adelaide. Kick 4, goal 1. 4-1 to 3 points.
Nice looking drop punt kicks. Players set themselves from behind. There's a big leap, Obbs, and it's been paid. What an exciting player. Port Adelaide with the numbers, picked up beautifully by Obbs. He kicks in long, ignores the lead of Hodges, and Hodges is getting very frustrated. Look at Rowan Smith. He's kicked his 7th. He's a freak.
Hines comes through, Brown, Joe Geth. Here's a chance now. Chetri on the left leg, hooks back, ball coming back, coming around, and it is home. Oh, what a magnificent goal. Smart in there. Sims comes out with a foot. He's on the left leg. Tasker on. He's going to try to bounce one through, and he does. Brilliantly done. 16th kick. Boots his first goal. Geneva, on his lonesome is Hines. Hodges is over in the pocket. There's two of them. They can raffle it, take it home. He almost backed it up. Goal! Oh, gee! That was awful close. How could you possibly stuff it up from there, and they darn near did it.
Yes, I like your terminology, Ian.
Now out towards Rowan Smith. Don't tell me he'll kick another one. He kicks them from everywhere. Around his body he goes. And he's kicked his 7th. What a genius.
Well, I don't know, Kim, he almost willed that ball through. He had a bit of a, what you might call a flat punt kick towards the area where the goals were. The wind picked it up and popped it through. The man's a genius. He can do no wrong. He kicked 7-0 tonight, if you don't mind.